A Roadside Stand by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is a highly acclaimed American poet of 20th century. In the poem A Roadside Stand, Robert Frost describes the miserable condition of the poor rural people. The government and other social service agencies appear to help them, but actually do them no good. The present poem is prescribed in the English Core Class XII syllabus contained in the book Flamingo. Presentation is prepared by K.D. Jha, retired VP and AEO KVS. The students are advised to read the poem first with the help of pencil in hand and underline the key concepts, key points in that, and after trying to understand the poem themselves, they should attempt to listen this video presentation and read it. So roadside stand located at one side of the road, to patiently plead. It pleaded in most humble way. It is not fair to say that the stand was set up for a dole of bread. Dole of bread means for the piece of bread or for the sake of bread. Aim of running shed to earn some money from city people who passed from there. This was the purpose with which this stall was established. Importance of money is that it saves all best and beautiful things in the cities from ruin and withering away. Traffic passed by the roadside stand without stopping. Poet calls the traffic as polished because of the gloss and sign of exterior of the vehicles. Most of the traffic pass on and the people who has made the roadside stand are always watching and waiting for someone who would stop and buy something from them. Persons turned out of sorts, irritated because sight of the hut with artless paint spoiled the landscape beauty of the scene. The advertising company of paint had put the brushes of the paint in an uneven way, so they stopped just to scold the shopkeeper or the stand in charge that they have damaged the landscape or the beauty of the scene. Signs with letter N and S are turned wrong. The indication of letter N and S are wrongly painted on the wall. Wild berries and golden squares are sold at the roadside stand. The things that are sold by the roadside stand is wild berries and golden squares. Place offers a beautiful mountain scene for staying there if one had money. City people are considered to be mean because they keep money and move ahead. They don't want to spend or give something to others. Poet doesn't complain of landscape spoiled by the artless painting on the stall. Poet's real worry is the sorrows of people which have not been expressed so far. Nobody has shown concern for the suffering of the people of villages. Rural people, rural poor people want money to keep their business going. City money will make rural poor prosperous, give them life as promised by moving pictures. Party in power has not cared for rural poor, hasn't fulfilled promises made to them at the time of election. They come, they show them the dreams that all the happinesses will be given to them soon after they are elected to power, but all in vain. All these pitiful kins, rural poor, pitiful kins here is rural poor, News, pitiable persons are to be brought out with their belongings. Rural people will be made to live together. These are the dreams sown. Settlement at village next to the theatre and store. They are sown the dream. They won't have to think for themselves. In grip of cunning people will exploit them, control their lives. So they are exploited. Only they are sown dreams, but after the city people get the advantage of the poor people, they forget them, run away. Greedy good doers are the city dwellers. City dwellers has been called by the poet as greedy good doers. They say they will do good, but they never do, pretending to be doing good things. Beneficent beast of prey. People who are cruel, pretending to be generous, but think for themselves only, are the person who make false promises, get advantage, and run away. Forget the rural folk. So they have been called as beneficent beast of prey. Soothed out of their wits, innocent people. They have misused the innocent people. They have preyed upon them. Greedy people pretend to teach rural people how to sleep, relax, but in reality make them work and remain worried. They have to pass sleepless night because of the worries. They are the poor lots. They don't have provisions and means. Poet's childish longing is that some road users shall stop at these little sheds and buy something for the benefit of these poor farmers. So this is the childish longings with the hope the shopkeepers remain there watching constantly, putting their eyes. Sometimes they hear the sharp brake of the moving vehicle. So they think that some vehicle is stopping. But later on they come to know that they have taken wrong routes and they just want to turn back on the right path. The sadness amounts to an open prayer by the stand person to get some visitors, buyers of things being sold there so that something can be obtained by those poor shopkeepers. They wait to hear the squeal of brakes I just explained you in the previous page and the sound of the stopping car to get buyers of something from their sets. But it is just mirage for them. The poor state of people make the poet long for a roads user to stop and inquire about the farmer's things and buy. It was stupid of the third road user who stopped there to ask if the farmers could sell him a gallon of gas. Just ironical. How can that poor small shopkeeper provide them the gasoline or the gas for their fuel of their car? They sold their produce, and gas was something that couldn't be sold like that. But if at all, some vehicles stopped, some of them were stopping just for the inquiry to get fuel or the gas for the car. Read the following extract and answer the question. The extracts has been given here followed by questions. Where was the stand located? What words bring out the contrast of the rural and the urban people? Answer to all these questions are contained in the discussions we have made in previous pages. The students are advised to first try themselves to answer these and after that they can take help from the notes that has been given. I have tried to put the habit of note making. The students should learn note making, and this art, if they learn, will help them in other subjects of science and commerce or the humanities group. So they should learn how to make notes, take out the content points. Comprehension questions. Answer the following question in 30 to 40 words each. So these questions are also answered in those paragraphs. So students are advised to read the question, attempt themselves, and get the point-wise answers that is given there, and they should pay special attention to the tense of the question. Answer should be given in the same tense as has been asked in the question. Like and share the video, subscribe the channel so that you may be updated with the new editions.